There's a discovery so strange that most people assume it isn't real, because if it were true, it would force us to reconsider one of the oldest assumptions humanity has ever made, the assumption that reality is exactly what it appears to be. For years, the story spread across the internet. A physicist had discovered computer code hidden inside the laws of physics, not inside a computer, not inside software, inside reality itself. The claim sounded absurd, like science fiction, like internet mythology, like something pulled directly from a movie. Most people dismissed it immediately, others embraced it too quickly. Both groups missed something important, because the real story is stranger than either explanation. In 2009, theoretical physicist James Gates was working on a difficult problem involving supersymmetry. He was not searching for evidence that reality was a simulation. He was not looking for hidden programmers. He was not trying to prove the universe was artificial. He was doing mathematics. And during that work, something unexpected appeared. Not a new particle, not a new force, not a new law of nature. Something that looked disturbingly familiar. Structures resembling error-correcting codes. The same general class of logic used by computers to preserve information. The discovery would eventually generate headlines around the world. Scientists found computer code in reality. Reality is a simulation. The Matrix is real. But none of those headlines captured the actual mystery. Because the real mystery was never the code. The real mystery was why something resembling information processing structures appeared there at all. And that question leads somewhere much deeper. The deeper humanity has explored reality, the stranger reality has become. For thousands of years, the universe appeared physical, solid, concrete, material, a world built from objects. Then science began looking closer. Matter became molecules. Molecules became atoms. Atoms became particles. Particles became fields. Fields became mathematics. Again and again, reality seemed to retreat behind abstraction. The closer we looked, the less solid reality appeared. At the same time, another observation emerged. Patterns. Everywhere. Patterns inside galaxies, patterns inside weather systems, patterns inside biological life, patterns inside physics itself. Nature appeared to repeat certain structures endlessly. The same mathematical relationships appeared across wildly different scales. The same forms emerged again and again. This alone would be fascinating, but something else made the mystery harder to ignore. Mathematics kept working. Why should mathematics work at all? It is one of the strongest questions ever asked. A planet does not understand mathematics. A star does not understand mathematics. A black hole does not understand mathematics. Yet equations predict their behavior with astonishing precision. Long before planets were discovered, mathematics predicted where they would be found. Long before particles were observed, mathematics predicted they should exist. Again and again, reality behaves as though it follows rules that already exist. For some scientists, this is simply the success of mathematics. For others, it is one of the deepest mysteries in existence. Then people began asking a dangerous question. Why would something resembling error-correcting code appear inside mathematics connected to fundamental physics? Error-correcting codes are not random. They exist for a purpose. Every time information moves through a system, information risks being corrupted, signals degrade, noise appears, data changes. Error-correcting codes help preserve information. They help a message survive. And that observation created a strange chain of thought. If structures resembling error-correcting codes appear inside mathematics connected to reality, then what information is being protected? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty leads directly into an even larger mystery. As physics advanced, another idea slowly emerged: information. At first, information seemed like a human concept, something associated with language, communication, computers, technology. But gradually, information began appearing everywhere: inside genetics, inside thermodynamics, inside quantum mechanics, inside black hole research. Again and again, information appeared near the foundation of reality. Physicist John Wheeler summarized this possibility with the famous phrase, "it from bit." A simple sentence, a profound implication. The suggestion that physical reality may emerge from information itself. Not everyone agrees. Many physicists reject the idea, others remain unconvinced. But the question refuses to disappear, because reality keeps pointing back toward information. This is where the internet usually gets the story wrong. The discovery made by James Gates does not prove we live in a simulation. It does not prove hidden programmers exist. It does not prove reality is a computer. Science has not demonstrated any of those conclusions. But the discovery does raise a question that remains unanswered. Why does reality appear increasingly informational the deeper we examine it? Why do mathematics describe the universe so effectively? Why do patterns emerge everywhere we look? Why does reality seem structured in ways that often feel discoverable rather than invented? Perhaps there are no ordinary explanations. Perhaps future discoveries will solve these mysteries completely. Or perhaps humanity is still standing at the edge of something much larger. Perhaps the internet asked the wrong question. The question was never, do we live in a simulation? The question was, why does reality appear understandable at all? Because the deeper humanity explores the universe, the more often it encounters order, patterns, relationships, structures, mathematics, information. Again and again, reality behaves as though it can be read. And that may be the strangest discovery of all. Not that the universe contains patterns, not that mathematics works, not that even information appears fundamental. The strangest discovery is that human beings emerged from this universe and somehow became capable of understanding the rules governing it. Stars do not study physics. Galaxies do not write equations. Black holes do not ask questions. Yet somehow, on a small planet orbiting an extraordinary star, matter became conscious, and consciousness began to decode the universe that produced it. Perhaps reality is ultimately physical. Perhaps it's informational. Perhaps the answer is something humanity has not yet imagined. We do not know. But the fact remains, the deeper we look, the stranger reality becomes. And if the universe truly is written in a language beneath ordinary perception, then humanity may still be learning its alphabet.